Hey, what's up guys? About to make this video for you. We're going to be testing out this Mountain House beef stroganoff. But before the video starts, I want to give you a little kind of a question for all you guys. I have the new Victorinox Soldier here, and by the way, I love the knife, and I will eventually review it, but I'm still in the testing phase. There's a lot of hard use I want to do before I start reviewing it. So I got a little while yet. Love that liner lock. It is, for me, being a righty, a little bit backwards, but I found an easy way to do it. It's push with your pointer finger and then unlock it. But anyway, that's not what the point is here. I'm actually opening this can for the first time, and I'm using the little can opener they have here, which is nice, like all Victorinox can openers. However, there's one little thing that I'm, kind of wondering why. You can see that there's no lock here. You just have the, the tension like any kind of, slip joint or anything like that. You have the back spring here that keeps it kind of open, but it's not locked at all. Now if I flip this over, you'll see that the screwdriver and cap lifter does lock. Okay, there's a liner lock for that. Again, also backwards to me, but for a lefty it's finally the right way. But that does actually lock. Now I can understand for a screwdriver why you'd want that to lock, but I just don't understand why they didn't put a lock on this. And as I show you opening this can up, just doing a couple more passes, you can see it. Well, that time it didn't get stuck, but as you go through, sometimes it gets caught up, and this is what happens. The knife just kind of folds on you. It's kind of a pain. You have to wiggle it out a little bit to get it out. So, it doesn't seem like a huge deal, and obviously you can use it without it getting stuck if you're careful. But every now and then it gets caught up. I'm just wondering why they didn't put a lock on both tools. I guess if you only had to pick one, I don't know, I guess the screwdriver is better to have it locked because you can also use that as somewhat of a pry bar as well. So, I don't know. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. But anyway, let me get the can the rest of the way open here, and we'll start our little video review of this this food, this Mountain House beef stroganoff and noodles, freeze-dried stuff. So, anyway. Let me get this open and I'll get back with you. Alright guys, can's finally open. Dented it up a little bit here, but she's good. And I can put the lid back on when I'm all done here to save what's left. But anyway, this video, like I said, is going to be on this beef stroganoff with noodles. Got this from the Ready store, but it is a Mountain House brand. They do carry, I think, 2 different brands of freeze-dried food. The other one's the Saratoga Farms. This is going to be really interesting because, I did the video on the apples, and that's one thing. But in here, we're talking about meat, okay, beef, and of course little mushrooms too. There's a mushroom, and there's lots of little powder in there, which is going to be our sauce and our flavoring, and of course the pasta itself, which look to be like little egg noodles. But anyway, this is going to be a very interesting little demo here. Now for comparison, I actually waited through this video because I wanted to actually have some beef stroganoff to compare this to. Now this is regular leftovers from last night. This was my dinner, beef stroganoff. It was very good. Same deal. You have the beef and the sauce, mushrooms, and then egg noodles. Even though the noodles are a little bit different, they're both the same thing. But anyway, we'll do a comparison there to see how it tastes compared to just regular old homemade beef stroganoff. But first, let's put the cap back on here so I don't spill any. And let's look at the instructions. See how to do this. Alright, first what I want to do is mix the canned contents so that obviously everything, is kind of mixed up. You don't want just a whole thing of meat or just a whole thing of noodles. Bring 3/4 of a cup of water to a boil. Okay, I have the water off to the side here. It's nice and hot. I pre-boiled it, but, kind of waiting around. It's kind of cooled down, so I'm going to heat that up again before I'm ready to actually mix it here. Remove from heat. Add 1 cup of dry mix. Stir until mixed thoroughly. Cover. Let stand for 5 to 10 minutes. And then again, stir and serve. So, quick little recap. I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of water, okay, to every 1 cup of this dry mix. Mix it together when the water is nice and hot and boiling. Okay, then I'm going to cover it up. In this case, I just have like a paper plate in the background here. I'll put it in this bowl when I mix everything. When you add the boiling water, you mix it up real good. Put a cover on it for 5 to 10 minutes. Take the cover off, stir it up again, and eat. So let me get this water nice and boiling hot again, and then I'll get back to you in a second here, and we'll make this meal and see what it tastes like, see what it looks like, and all that good stuff. Again, it's going to be interesting to see what freeze-dried meat is like. Noodles and vegetables and desserts and stuff like that, I'm sure are fine. But you know, it's the first time I'm ever gonna have this you know, freeze-dried meat, so it's gonna be interesting. Hang in there. I'll get back to you. All right, guys, I'm back here. Got my water, nice and boiling hot. You can see the steam there, but it's nice and hot. So let me get everything ready here. My forks. Alright, so we're going to do, first let's get the dry mix here. Alright, we want 1 cup, 1 full cup of dry mix to every 3/4 of a cup. Mix this up good. Of water. So let's see here, 1 full cup. Put that in our bowl. Okay, 3/4 of a cup of our boiling water. Making a little bit of a mess here. I'll have to dry that up. Okay, mix it up good. Just make sure everything gets wet. You know, stir it good. I have to say, it smells good right away with that the sauce or flavoring, whatever. Kind of smell it right away. All right, let's get that cover on there, and this is going to sit off to the side here for 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll do a little, well, I'll shut the camera off and get back to you in about, well, we'll do a full 10 minutes. Let me clean up this water that I spilled and cap everything up. So, I'll get back with you in another 10 minutes. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes, about to reveal our meal here. But first I want to explain what beef stroganoff is, because I just realized that, you know, it is worldwide viewership here, and not everyone has had this, I'm sure. So basically, it's a Russian dish. I'll show you mine. I'll explain this. It's a Russian dish, although you know they make it all over the world now. And basically, you saute chunks of beef and mushrooms, and you make a sauce out of the drippings with sour cream. You mix sour cream in, and you know, continue to cook it for a little while. And usually, you pour it over egg noodles. That's why I have egg noodles here. But anyway, that's what it is. Real simple dish. And let's take a look after 10 minutes. At what ours looks like here. Alright, so I'm supposed to stir this up pretty good. Everything seems nice and soft. Sucked up all that liquid. It's a lot thicker. It's not, there's no like running juice or anything. So let's see. Let me see what it smells like here. Actually, it smells really good. Kind of reminds me the smell of Hamburger Helper. I couldn't think of it for a second. Hamburger Helper actually has a version of beef stroganoff as well. But you can see the difference here between the smaller bits of the freeze-dried beef stroganoff and obviously, you know, a fresh prepared meal. Okay, basically it's the exact same thing. It's just smaller. So let's give it a taste test here. It does smell really good. So it's got a nice healthy little forkful. I apologize in advance for any disgusting chewing noises, but it is a food review, so I guess it just comes with the territory. First off, it doesn't taste that bad at all. It's actually really good. I taste a lot of onion, so they put onion in theirs, which isn't bad at all. The meat, let me try to get just a piece of meat here. It actually has really good texture and consistency. It tastes like it's fresh cooked ground beef. Even though they're real small pieces, they're juicy. You know, all the water was sucked up by all this stuff. It actually tastes really good. I'm surprised. Take another bite here. Sorry, I didn't want to spill it. It's really good. I got one little dry noodle, which isn't a big deal at all. Next time I would just add just a little bit more water so it'd have more of a sauce. But it's really good. Just for reference here, let's get a bite of this fresh beef stroganoff. A little piece of beef, noodle, get a mushroom in there. certainly a difference. Obviously, a fresh prepared meal is a little bit better. But I have to say, it's not bad at all. And I'm glad I brought up the reference or comparison to the Hamburger Helper, because it really tastes close to the Hamburger Helper version. If you've ever had Hamburger Helper beef stroganoff, you'll like. I mean, if you like that, you'll like this. It does taste really good. Again, I apologize for any chewing noises. It's probably gross if you're. Well, it doesn't matter if you're hungry or not. That probably sounds gross, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by it. It's really, really good. Again, this was a fresh can. Let me see if I can find a date on the can. There we go. Look at the bottom here. It says best used by January 2035. Told you these have a long shelf life. I don't know what the other codes mean. I don't know exactly when this was prepared, but it's not, it's probably not brand new. If I had to assume, I don't know. I'm not going to guess when it was made, but in its somewhat fresh form, I guess. I'm sure it wasn't canned too long ago. It's really good. What's it going to taste like in 2034, let's say? I have no idea, but you know what? Honestly, I think it would be exactly the same. Being freeze-dried and being completely sealed in the number 10 can, there's no introduction to air or anything. As long as they're not damaged, it would be the exact same thing. Just 30 years from now. Or 20 years from now, sorry. So yeah, it's as far as flavor, it's very close. It's still that same type of meal. Pasta, beef, in this case, a little bit of onion, some mushroom, and that kind of sweet cream sauce. But like I said, it's surprisingly good. I'll probably eat the rest here off camera. By the way, a little note, just for anyone who's wondering, I really need to get a new chair. When I do these videos, I sit behind the tripod here on my computer chair, and it's really squeaky. And I'm sure the noises throughout the video might sound like something else, but I promise you, if I ever let one go during a video, I'll own up to it. But anyway, that's it. Beef stroganoff from Mountain House. It's actually very, very good. I would recommend it. If you do like beef stroganoff in general, this would be a good little meal to pack for camping, or, like I said, just to stock up for an emergency type situation. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.